Think of your library of products and services as your passive and active income workers. For example, let's say I have 10 poster designs I sell on my website and other community websites. I have 10 posters recruited in my income army that will each generate a certain dollar amount per month. Let's say 5 of those posters produce $0. Okay, that happens. Maybe they miss my target audience, maybe I should have promoted them more. 3 of them make around $10 per month, and 2 of them make around $50 a month. So for my first month, I make $130. That might cover the cost of working on a few of those posters, but not all my time is covered quite yet. I want to pay myself for the time it took to design these posters. So let's say I want to make around $30 per hour being creative, having fun, and doing these poster designs at a minimum. If it takes me 2 hours to do a poster design, that's $60 per poster that I'd like to make. I would want to make a minimum of $60 just to pay myself for that time. But get this, I can pay for my time creating those 10 posters in around 4 to 5 months of time, according to the first month's projected income, if that continues for 4 to 5 months. So any income after that is truly passive and truly extra. That means if I sell those posters at the very same rate for the next 2 years, they would generate $130 per month at 24 months and 2 years. That'll be $3,120. Or $2,520 of passive income, which would be after I pay myself for my hours of work for creating the posters. So if you break it down hourly, $3,120 divided by 20 hours, which is the total hours I spent creating the posters and uploading them, I come to $156 an hour. That's not bad for being creative and having fun. When creating your library, you have to think about creating a larger library of worker bees. The more work you have for sale, the greater chances of increasing your income with each new addition to your library. As you continue to build your library and add more work, services, classes, product, artwork, whatever you're creating, that slowly builds a following. Each new product of art that's released gets shown to a larger and larger audience as you build your following, making income generated from each new addition greater and greater. I like to call this the slow build. Side hustles and passive income streams take time to develop because you have to slowly build your audience with each new content release. But do not expect to make a ton of money on your first few product launches unless you already have a huge following. I think believing in this will set you up for big disappointment. Think of it as a nice surprise if it takes off early and you get some social media shares and maybe some very vocal early followers. Each new piece in your library will have a greater chance for success and bringing in some nice passive income in the long run. Also, diversifying your library and releasing new items in different categories is great too. Let's say I produce online courses, but I also sell photography on stock websites. If the online course sales are down for the month, my sales of my photography may do well, giving me a chance to stabilize my income streams. And this is very true for certain product income streams, as some of them tend to be very seasonal. Certain products don't sell well in the summer, as a lot of jewelry and other type of products sell really well in the winter. I wanted to talk about content stretching a little bit. This is one of my favorite things to do with my library. Let's say I want to sell a vector illustration. I can sell that on one site that generates X dollars each month of income, but without any additional content creation efforts, I can place that same vector graphic on another website and generate X amount of money for it. Content stretching is amazing because you're getting a different audience from each website that increases the chance of a sale each hour of the day. And what's great about this is you don't have to create new additional products. Just list them wherever you are getting sales consistently and drop websites that aren't delivering on any sales in the long run. Of course, check with websites where you're listing your products or items, as some may have an exclusivity rule, or a rule that prevents you from placing another product on another website with a different price. But most of the websites I've worked with do not have this rule. Once you have a starter library of content, items, products, art, whatever you're wanting to build, now we can go over some different types of places where you can build and create and sell just about anything.